Hey friends, the Christmas and holiday season is coming near, and today we are making some fun ornaments using dried flowers. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Kristen and I'm the content creator behind Shifting Roots, where I help beginner gardeners grow flowers and vegetables with ease, especially if you're in a cold climate and especially if you love cut flowers and perennials. So today we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna make some fun ornaments. All these projects should be really easy to do. And if you like this sort of thing, you're definitely gonna wanna check out the link to my Natural Christmas Masterclass down below, where I have lots more projects like this. And I'll also link some of my previous projects where you can learn how to make some wreaths and to dry some oranges like I'm using in this video. All right, so let's start with the projects. So before we get started, let's go into some of the materials that I have here. So I have some hemp wire, some really light but thicker gauge gold wire. We have twigs. We have some dried Sweet Annie, some fun little wooden things, little wooden ornaments. We have our plastic ornaments that can be filled. We have some little shot glasses, which we're going to do something fun with. Over on this side, we have the hot glue gun, some dried grass, Dusty Miller, a little bit of status. I have some larger things of status over on the other side. We have Frost Explosion grass, some cress, some beads, which I think might be fun, and some dried oranges. So first up, we're gonna make the craft that goes with these little hoops. So what I'm gonna do is I have some dried flowers here, and because our hoops are small, I need to cut these just down to size a little bit. The crest, of course, is gonna be a little bit tricky. We'll try to keep it in its little clumps. And then our Sweet Annie. We're not going to be too precious about this. Like it'll all work out. Then I have my thinner wire, which I'm just going to wrap around here because of course we want to cover this ugly part. Okay, and that is ready to go. Then in each of my sprigs, I'm going to take one of these status and Sweet Annie and a little bit of that cress. And then very gently but firmly wrap it around. So that's our first one. Then we'll take another little sprig, do the same thing like that. So I will cut this off. I have this ribbon here. I wish I had red, but I have pink, so we're just going to use what I have. Then I'm going to put it by the part where all the wires are. And we'll tie it that, and then we'll make a nice little bow. All right, there we have a nice little bow just to sort of cover up those wires, and then we can trim the ends off. Now, of course, if you want your ends to be longer, just start with a longer piece of ribbon. Finally, I have a little bit of twine here, and so we will make a little loop like this. Put our two ends through. So when you're ready, then you can just take those ends, tie them in a knot, and there you go. We have our first ornament, and then all you have to do now is tie off the ends from that, or sorry, not tie, cut off the ends from that knot, and our first ornament is finished. All right, so next we're gonna make these adorable little ornaments using just little pieces of wood, wire, and glue gunning some dried flowers on them. I also have some fake berries with this project. I don't know if the berries would last the whole Christmas season if you tried to use fresh, so I did use fake on these for some extra color. All right, so we're gonna do a cute little tree ornament. How meta. So I have a few sticks, I have some of the orac, and a few little of these status bits that fell off from another project, which is really convenient. Okay, so first we're gonna dab some glue on for the sticks. All right, so I'm just gonna stick with that. If you wanted to, you could put more flowers on there. The tie part, I just take some of this wire. It's really light and easy to cut. Fold it in a shape like this. Then we're taking our ornament, flip it over, put some of the glue on, and set it down. We'll just wait for that to dry, and then our ornament is ready to hang on a tree. So next up, we're gonna make an ornament with, this happens to be a dried grapefruit, but you could also do a dried orange as well. So first up, we have some of this lovely Dusty Miller. Do a bigger one for it. And a sprig of Sweet Annie. And then we'll tie that all together with some Status. Now, I'm not feeling the length of the stem. I'm gonna trim that a little bit. Trim this. Get those little bits out of the way. And of course, using this wire again. You could also use string too. You don't have to use the wire. I just like it. I guess I want it to be at a tilt, so try and put it on this thicker part. And there we go. Now, if I'm not confident that that is gonna hold, because I'm not, I'm just gonna put some over top as well. All right, and we'll let that cool and I'll show you how it looks. There we have it, a nice little orange or grapefruit ornament. Okay, the next one is just as easy. So for our next project, you'll need these clear plastic or glass type ornaments where you can easily take the tops off. Like so. All right, so we are ready. I'm gonna start by cramming some frosted explosion glass in there. I think this looks so pretty. Okay, so basically this is super easy. You just keep cramming the product in there until you're happy. So the only limitation is you need to pick product that can fit through the size of the hole. Earlier when we were making these smaller ones, I could not use the Orac because it just wouldn't fit in that size, but I think they turned out pretty cute. And if you sort of go for a Victorian antique vibe, these would look really good on your tree. All right, last project. We're gonna use these little red Solo Cup shot glasses to make an adorable little dried flower bouquet that you can put on your tree. So the biggest trick when you're making this is to make sure that you give it a little bit of a bend out when it's sitting in here so that the flowers have a bit of room. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my glue down and put this down, and then we wait until that dries. All right, for a little flower bouquet, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take little sprigs of this and that, and we're essentially going to make a large boutonniere, but it's gonna be our little bouquet. I'm not taking anything in any particular order. I'm just sort of picking whatever. All right, then when I have something that I like, I'm gonna take my wire, put it back in. Okay, so now that this is dry, oh, that's way too high. Now let's see. Okay, so that's looking about right, maybe even a tiny bit shorter. All right, so those are our super easy ornaments that you can make with dried flowers. I hope that you try some of these out for your own tree. And if you do, make sure that you tag me on Instagram. I'm at shifting_roots, and I would love to see your pictures. All right, friends, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.